Hello, Terry here. Um, this is going to be a little tutorial or a getting started guide on using chroma key or green screening with CamTwist. What is green screening? Green screening is where you make the area around you transparent, where you can use any background behind you. And it makes you feel like you are there. We are in a green screen right now. This isn't my log cabin home. It would be nice, but I don't have one. Um, but you can change it out on the fly. You can put any image behind you. It can be a GIF, animated, it doesn't matter. I think you can even put a YouTube movie behind you. There's so many things that you can do. So with that being said, there's a few things you need to know with green screening that need to be done outside of the software. One is you need to try to have some space between your wall and you. You need to work on lighting. Um, those are the two main and you need to have a green or a blue cloth that you're going to key out. Now, okay, talking about space. Right now, my space that I'm in is I'm in a 5 by 8 closet, 8 this way and 5 wide. And there's only 24 inches between my wall and me right now. So I don't have a lot of space. Then I have my desk area. Then I have my lights right here. So there you go. Okay, lighting is the biggest thing in chroma key. It is the pinnacle. It's everything. If you're not evenly lit and if your background is not evenly lit, you're going to have a hard time doing this. And things you need to know. Your lighting has to be even. What does that mean? You cannot have soft white, warm white, daylight, different bulbs. They all need to be the same. I use all daylight bulbs, okay? I have 4 lights set up in my little space. You know, at first I thought giving up that space was not going to be worth it to do green screen to give up that space, but I love it. I love it. I have 2 little clip-on lamps behind me, little Walmart clip-on dorm room lamps with 2, each one of them has a LED 100-watt daylight bulb in them. I think I paid more, $5 for the bulb, $5 for the lamp. So, but those are behind me and they're on each side. And then I did buy 2 softbox photography lights in front of me. Okay, and they're right there over my monitor. I could reach out and touch them if I wanted to because I don't have a lot of space. The photography lighting, don't let that scare you. I paid $39 total for both of them. They were brand new off eBay. There's several eBay stores that sell them brand new. They came in within a week and they are perfect. I love them. So I have those 2 set up there, the 2 clip-on lights, that's it. And something else that affects, and I'm not using my overhead light. I could, but I don't. I don't know that it has a white daylight bulb in it, so I don't turn it on. Things that also affect is any overflow lighting that you have from outside your room or outside your space. That can affect your keying, okay? I was having troubles, but whenever I shut my closet door and did my keying, great. Or just turn out the hallway light so that that light didn't bleed over into my space. That solved so many of my problems. Okay, so you can key with blue or green, really any color. You just want to be careful. Whatever color you take out, if you keyed with red, you can never wear red because it would delete your shirt. I cannot wear a green shirt because I keyed with green. It would delete my shirt. And I have to be careful because I've got green eyes. So when I keyed, I couldn't delete my eyes. Those are things that you have to pay attention to. Make sure your fabric is smooth as possible. No wrinkles as much as possible. And hopefully you have a flat wall behind you. I don't. I have a corner. And I had to work on that. It's just a lighting deal. I just had to make sure it was lit. So make sure your fabric is smooth and straight, as flat as possible. If you turn a corner, just make sure your lighting is good. And I have 2 small lights. I do turn a corner, and I have 2 softbox lights. Okay, now let's get it started doing it in CamTwist. Here it is right here. I'm going to pull up CamTwist. Now, things that I use. Your camera settings, not CamTwist, but your regular camera settings that adjust like your exposure, your white balance, your gamma, your all those different type of settings, whatever you use. Now I use eyeglasses, okay, because that controls any webcam on a Mac and does that. It'll control my internal webcam on my laptop, but I do have an external camera, so I use that one. It'll do whatever. So here's my eyeglasses that I have right here. I'm going to go pull this up over here. And here is a folder of pictures that I use for backgrounds. And I'm going to start from the ground up. I'm going to delete this setup. I'll do it from the ground up. It will be ugly before it is pretty. But hang on, we will get it. And I figure if I do it from the ground up, you will know how to do it as well. Okay, so I'm going to clear the effects. Here we go. Now I want to go ahead and put in a webcam PIP. And I'm going to go ahead and select my eyeglasses camera. And I'm going to go ahead and make this, stretch it out as big as possible. And I'm going to put gamma adjust in here. Ooh, does not look good. Better. Now I'm brighter. We're good. I need to go ahead and put in an image overlay. And I'm going to layer that back behind my PIP. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put another gamma adjust and put it right in front of this. That way if I need to light that background, light that whenever it comes up, I can. You'll see what I mean in a moment. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put an image in this image overlay right here that I'm going to just key a background with. I think I'm going to do, let's see, which one do I want to do? It could be anything, any image that you want to key with. I have found that if I key with a lighter image, I get a better setup going. Okay, so now you don't see that right now because I haven't deleted anything. Now we're going to delete. So right here, make sure you have your PIP selected. I'm going to hit clear background. Nothing yet. I'm going to hit chroma key. Now we're starting something. Eee. I'm going to go right here and select the color box, the chroma key box right here. And that'll make this color palette come up. Now this eyedropper tool right here, just get it and come and select on your green, on your preview window. Now that took most of me away, but I am starting to see my background, but it's not right yet. So I'm going to take this threshold right here and I'm going to bring it down. Now you want to be very sensitive with your mouse because it makes a big difference. Now I just want to make sure that I am clear. I'm not worried about this green at this point. Just want to make sure I'm mostly clear and I have something to work with. And I think I do. So now I'm going to adjust other things. Make sure this is your chroma key color is still gray. And come to your color wheel and just play with your color till it comes out as much as possible. Well, that was easy. Yeah, that was easy. I still see this little bit of green right here. So I might can up this brightness just a tad. Don't want to up it too much because I don't want to wash me out. Or I can play with this. Ah, there we go. Okay. Now, I'm done. Look, I can move. We're chroma keyed out. Things you want to pay attention to. Okay, look, see where my green fabric cuts off right here? And I don't want to see that. Okay, I don't want my student to see that. So I'm going to come and crop that top. That takes care of that. You can see where my green didn't come down far enough for my camera. So there are things to do that. Now, if you have enough green top to bottom, you're good. You don't have to worry about it because it all depends on where your camera is, where your wall is, how big your space is. But I'm just going to put up something right here that you don't even notice this white. So things that I usually do, things that I do now is I'll just like put this in and just drag it over. PIP, let's make it smaller. And I'm going to put my name in. I always have that in there. Bring that down because these are things I have on my screen all the time. No matter what. That's too big, but you can see. Okay. And look, I don't even, everything's good. You don't even notice that. And now if I ever want to change my background, just come up here and I can select any image and bring it in over and say, oh, here's Christmas. Okay, you see this background right here? I think it's a little dark. That's why I have this gamma adjust right here. So I can lighten it up to be how I want to. Now see, you see the lighter I get that I can see these little fuzzies? I don't want those fuzzies to be there. I'm going to go back to my webcam PIP ever so slightly. Adjust your brightness. I don't want to adjust that. That's not working. So I'm going to adjust my threshold right here to be as solid as possible. Now I have that dark right there. It's a little game that you play, okay? Of getting that color just so. And there you go. I think that's okay. I'm not fuzzy. I'm good to go. This is when I say if I have a lighter background, I think I get a better key because I get everything out. And that way when I switch it out, I'm not shocked. Here, like if I want to change it out, that's too light. I don't like that, so I'm going to darken that. And I have good contrast. Everyone doesn't look good on the same background. You get what works for you. Okay, another thing you have to be aware of is I know a lot of you do Google Slides, which is great, and you usually do your swap image to make you big and the Google Slide small and vice versa. It's a little bit of a problem to do it whenever you're the PIP and you don't have a main webcam up. Okay. Now, what I haven't tried playing with is if you just have to play with it because, like, if I was to, there's nothing here to swap it with. Okay. Maybe if I don't know how you can work it. You would have to just play with that. That'll be somebody else's tutorial, okay? But this will get you started in green screening and chroma key because you can see that I was able to do it in less than 5 minutes. And I can change it out on the fly. But the only thing you've got to do is change things that affect it are your brightness, your gamma, your saturation, your white balance. You don't want to make you pink or orange just to get the green out. It's got to be a good balance and just adjust it ever so slightly. Save your settings and you're done. I save my settings in eyeglasses. I have a preset right here. I just hit save my current settings and it saves whatever I adjusted just like it is. And there. And I still do other PIPs. I still use Google Slides with it. I just do it differently. Instead of swapping out video, I enlarge it and drag it down. But that's okay with me because it's a good trade-off until I can figure something else out. You see, I don't break up. I can hold my hands. We're good. And I feel like it looks natural. Some of my regulars, whenever I change to this, they're like, is that real? I love their reaction because they never know what to expect and what we're going to be doing in class. One I like to do with the guys is I put myself in a stadium and we have soccer balls and basketball and football and we play a game. It makes me feel like we're there. If I'm teaching Beijing and I'm at the Great Wall, it feels like we're there. If we're doing, the landforms, I can be in that landform. Whatever. Right now, I'm just in my Christmas living room home, and we talk about Christmas. Okay, so thank you. Hope this helps. See ya. Bye-bye.